Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Disrespectful Questions. Yes. So I'm going to put the link in the chat. I would love for anyone to come on in and join me for this very special reunion edition episode of Disrespectful Questions. I think before the reunion airs, we, the viewers, those of us that have had to suffer through episode after episode of this sorry mother season, should have our say in what's actually asked at the reunion. So I feel that we should get together and ask all the questions that may or may not be asked at the reunion. So let's start with our disrespectful questions. Part 1. Who should we start with? Who do you have the most disrespectful questions for? Giselle, Rob, the Throb, Dixon, Nneka, Wendy, Candace, Ashley, or Kern? Who do we have the most disrespectful questions for? I was going to work outside in. Let's see. Your question is for now. Ooh. Oh my God. Rich, if you don't bring your happy ass in this chat right now, bring your happy butt in the chat. Shade, heifer, shade. Oh my, I gotta wrap myself. I have to put my marigold blanket on. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. And also, you don't have to come on camera. If you just want to, come on and give a vocal, just give, a little chat. You can give a little chat. This is like late night AM radio. Oh my God. My question is for Nneka. Which fertility goddess shrine are you submitting that low sperm count husband's name to? Oh, simply. That's a good ass question. Oh my God. Yes, we've got some people in the chat. Come on in. Simply Deep, come on in too. Alexander's, wait, hold on. Simply Deep asked me, how is my night going? My night is going well. And when are we going to have a full song called I'm Your Bussy Tonight and the Beat My Ass Classic? Well, if you join the Patreon, I will happily give you a full version of I'm Your Bussy Tonight. Oh, but Rish, oh my God, that was hilarious.
Hey
What?
Alex, hey guys. No, these are questions that need to be answered because we need to know. You were talking about Wendy's mom this, Wendy's mom that. Which fertility goddess from the Nigerian pantheon are you submitting that husband's low sperm count to? Which goddess gonna bless you with a kid? We need to know that. How about you figure that out? And then what shade matches your face? Ask yourself that every day in the mirror, giving casket coffin ready tea. Foolish woman out here acting and preying upon Wendy.
I concur.
She, and when are you going to serve us a storyline? I actually this is not a disrespectful question. This is more so a disrespectful comment for Nneka. Why did you allow yourself to be Giselle's brown skin fool on the show.
Richie B, I think you have something to add.
Just that I concur.
Why are you going to? I mean, child, Rich B said, "Oh, disrespect." Rich B said, "Disrespect. I will see you disrespect, and I will raise you."
I have some
Honey,
questions for Mia.
I gotta say, out the gate, honey, you done already disrespected me. You done already disrespected my disrespect. You've out disrespected me. I was gonna come here and I thought I was gonna be cute and shady. Rich said, let's get, I'm gonna cut you to the white meat. Rich said, I'm cutting you to the white meat. Rich pulled that knife out like this. I'm cutting the steak. Oh my God. What?
What about Mia?
Who?
Mia.
Oh, I forgot about her. Let's see. What would my disrespectful question be for Mia?
Whose baby is that?
I mean, is that disrespectful or is that Maury?
Hmm. Is it too? Why don't you want to get a paternity test?
I
Because
mean,
do
what?
you want G to continue to pay child support because the other one is broke?
I mean, like now. Here's my thing with Mia. Mia half-assed it. Like I've been on here telling y'all about 18 months for how many years?
About Mia?
No, about 18 months. Mia
They,
decided to
they
marry a
got to go in 18
what?
months. They got to go.
And they have to
The
go.
truth. Yeah. It's-
Honey,
They're
if you
living
gonna
too long,
marry, look,
and they're
if you
holding
gonna
on
marry
tight
for
to that
money,
money too. Yeah.
So wait,
you
Alex,
gotta
she's
make
not carrying out the plan, right? To how she should. She's letting it unravel, or is that because G lost all his money?
again, if she had offed his ass in 18 months, the embezzlement wouldn't have caught up by the time she cashed her life insurance. See, you gotta wait 18 months to make sure that the life insurance is vested. You can't kill nobody after you get life insurance after 3 months. You're not getting shit. You ain't even getting the 3 premiums back. Let's be real. If you're gonna do it right. Wait, hold on. Barb Meets World said, my question to Ashley: why did you get a breast augmentation instead of moving those Mount Everest size bunions you've been sporting all those years?
Damn.
Ah! I'm gonna read it again. So good. I have to read it again just to make sure I understood what I said. Let me take a sip of water. I got to lubricate. Barb Meets World said, my question to Ashley: why did you get a breast augmentation
Mm.
instead of removing those Mount Everest size bunions you've been sporting all these years? Oh my God. That's a great question. I would even say that's disrespectful.
It's valid.
Just the inquiring minds want to know.
What else we got?
Wait, when are Ashley's grown woman hips going to sprout, looking like a letter T?
Shady. Oh
Yeah,
no.
honey, she dropped 2 kids and still ain't got hip to first.
Mm.
So
Well, I was gonna
don't
say
think
something
the hip
about
is
those
on
kids
spread.
too, but I'm gonna leave the kids out of this because Nini once said, "Leave my kid out of this," and this and third.
Well,
But
no, I just meant that normally, like after a woman has kids, especially
yeah,
2 kids, them hips spread. If you
yeah,
had 2 kids and you still built like a boy, you just built like a boy. Look at Rob Dixon. Rob Dixon got 2 kids. That heifer ain't got a whisper of a hip. Rob Dixon is allergic to hip. Now, Deb Atney, now that's hip.
Oh no. Not someone. Look at the AA question.
Wait, my question to Karen, will your AA be voluntary or through the court system?
Poor Karen.
I think Karen, I think it'll be a mix. I think Karen's already wasted money on a good attorney to get her out of a DUI, and she'll probably volunteer to do some community service, allegedly.
I think next season, with the lack of splendor and glamour that we're seeing on this show needs to be renamed the Median Income Matrons of Maryland. These are not
The
rich
median
housewives.
income matrons of Maryland. Oh my God.
That's what they are. And there is no wealth. There is not a penny to be found under a couch, under a pillow, nowhere. And all the coots are they're not rich. It's not. This show is not giving. What they have forgotten is that we don't watch Housewives for a bunch of fools to come on our screens and lie. We need to see that otherworldly life too, where there are women interacting and stuff. And I feel like more pink slips need to be issued on the show.
I have a question, Alex,
Mm-hmm.
for Robyn. Do you think Juan will pay your ass any mind now that you don't have a job? You see, before he was full and present for taping because he was jobless. We haven't seen Juan that much in years combined. Do you think you will see Juan at all now that you are no longer filming?
I think that Rob is going to let Juan cheat in peace. And honestly, I think we need to let Juan cheat in peace. Let that man cheat in peace. Rob clearly don't mind. What did she say? I 100% don't care. So you know what, Rob? I'ma fuck your husband. You 100% don't care. You know what? Let him pay my rent for a couple of months. You know what? If your pockets are open for running, which they clearly are, I'm gonna let that nigga pay a few of my bills.
I support it. I support it. He like to get them pockets red up, so let's run them up.
Let's run these pockets. BravoCon tickets next year. Come on, pay.
Come
Yeah,
on,
Robyn.
I like my old
Let's
school
do
men to shut up and pay.
I want to be front row.
I swear the good ones have died out. I remember when you could get a man 50, 60, and he knew how to shut up and pay and was just happy to have something young and pretty around. Now these men ain't got shit, but still want something young.
And got too much lip.
Oh, girl, you better tell
Oh my
it.
God, talk too much.
They talk too
No
much.
more than you, Peter from Rowa. What a real sugar daddy said.
Where
Thank
real
you.
grandfather's at?
Not the daddies, the fathers. The
Mm.
fathers.
A distinguished gentleman.
The
Yes.
fathers.
When
Where
it's
are
nice.
the fathers? Men with pensions.
And he wears suit and Stacey Adams.
Yeah.
And he handed over his
Oh, no,
credit
wait, hold on, wait. And
card
also,
and didn't ask you all
no,
this.
I want one that give me a man that wears some white New Balance.
Yes.
And
Like
I want
Chris.
a crisp white New Balance and a khaki child
With the scrunch
and a gut.
with the scrunch socks.
And I want a gut. And I'll tell you why I want a gut. You know why? Because it means you can afford it.
Yeah.
And I want because it's a certain type of gut. I want a steak gut.
It's
I want
gotta
a
be-
lobster gut. It's a certain type of weight that hangs around the belly. It hangs a certain way. That's the type of gut.
A buttered
He
lobster
wealthy.
gut. A buttered lobster gut. Yes.
Yes. Yes, a drawn butter gut.
That man is eating filet
I'm
mignon.
not getting up for my drink gut.
That's a wealthy man. They don't make them like that no more.
Girl, they don't. They dying out.
You got to get them early. You can't you got to raise them to that kind of man. You can't. They're not just there no more.
Girl, what did K. Michelle say? You can't raise a man.
He
I
already
didn't have
grown.
children for a reason. I have a narrow set vagina. I cannot bear children.
It's so upsetting. I have a question.
Make it disrespectful.
Since one isn't working, he's clearly dating Karen's doppelganger. Do you think he has the time now to drive Karen back and forth to AA before he goes to the laundromat with Coach Bree?
Well, I think he would, as long as Karen would be willing to pay the Uber fee, because they got to be bringing money in the house for the kids.
I think they're gonna sell her clown caps, Robyn's clown caps.
But the question is, does Juan actually live in the home?
That's a great question, because he does not appear to.
Every time he comes into that house on screen, the man is in full, I just came over to check on somebody, where he got a coat on, he got a
toothbrush is never wet.
I feel like he lives like most homosexuals. Like he really gives me a sissy tea. Like, I will say this: ain't shit straight men and ain't shit gay men got a lot in common. They hop from house to house. I could see him having a stash of clothing here, a stash of clothing there. He's used to playing basketball, so 2 duffel bags of clothing in the car. And then also, here's the thing: nobody is looking for Juan dressed. Like, when people are looking for me, they're looking for me dressed. You want me to show up, at BravoCon in a nice Ralph Lauren scarf and a nice, nice collared shirt. Like, I showed up, didn't look like I came into town on the egg money. Juan, I don't give a fuck what you got on. Like, you coming over here to take it off. So all he needs is a wife beater and basketball shorts and no drawers.
But he come in the house in full garb, and I'm like, why?
He came in the house in full garb for the show. He is running around the DMV area in A-shirts and basketball shorts with no drawers.
The GNA men's line. Because, they say you don't have to wear underwear for their line.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know what? And I would say, look who designed it. Those are two women that need easy access.
Because I was like, why he wearing shoes in the house? You ain't got no house shoes?
Never.
You just
we don't have house shoe budget.
They need to have one.
They ain't got house shoe money.
And what are Lil Kane and Abel gonna do now? But both of the parents are not working.
Ooh.
Somebody got to get a job.
Well, hopefully Rob can get her something down to the local Chick Shack.
And they give you benefits.
They do. I heard.
No, baby, Whole Foods give you benefits. And
I heard they do.
Through school.
I heard.
Starbucks to pay you tuition.
But we boycotting them right now, but it's okay. She could. I mean, she is army strong. She could do that. I can be taking people.
Yeah, she could get
I'm a United States veteran. Rob as somebody who's actually done it, as an actual active duty United States veteran, Rob the Throb is much too lazy for the rigors of basic training.
This is also true. I don't know. Whole Foods is hiring.
And she's a hard 40. Like, if I had stayed in, I would be retiring right now.
She could always put that degree to use.
Oh, yeah.
She don't even have no relation. Who gonna hire her?
I don't know. I was trying to give her help. Listen,
Robyn can't even convince us to care about her being on this show. How she's gonna help somebody else's career?
I don't know.
Or their company.
I don't know. Maybe
I mean, I have to say, like, I watched this woman make poor decisions for the past 8 years. I don't think I would trust her, with money,
no.
especially like she's driven her family into bankruptcy twice.
I
Like, I think the people forget she has a degree in public relations, and she obviously has no field experience nor on the job training because, like, again, the entire time she's been on the show since the pilot season, like,
Now,
what
I
have they
want to
done
ask
to make
you,
herself look better?
would you trust Robyn Dixon to deliver your mail?
no.
No,
Hell
Fill
no.
my checks.
I wouldn't even trust her to give me an unopened
Oh
box.
my God.
Let's be clear. After seeing her
Y'all said
little
no in unison.
her family field day that she threw just to make Wendy look bad.
It was
I
so.
like the way she organized that situation. Robyn couldn't give me. Robyn looked like she pulled those pants out of her trunk. She didn't put no covering on them. She like hair to threw aluminum foil on them after she sat and pulled them out of her trunk with the hood on the hood of her car. I was like, let me hear and wrap these up. It's all kind of debris from the air in the pants. Like Robyn couldn't give me a closed bottle of water. Like I want to be very clear. And it
Robyn,
gives me she always keeps a case
Stop.
of
Wait,
water
wait,
in her trunk, and her
ma'am.
water
I'm
is
going to need
always
you to
hot.
stop. Now, this is a lesson. When you say something that funny as Rob couldn't give me a closed bottle of water, you have to pause because I couldn't hear shit after that. That was so funny. You gotta let that marinate. You gotta let the audience enjoy that. That was like a good glass of water. Take a sip with me.
I'm drinking.
Alex, you're the comedian, not me.
I got my tea right here. Just a little
That
shady.
was refreshing. She said, and let me repeat it.
Because let's be
Wait, what did
clear.
you say?
Don't Robyn look like someone that would give you a bottle of water that's extra hot, like it's been sitting in her car all day?
Yes.
I wouldn't
Not even room temperature.
with a closed bottle of water.
I'm sorry. She just look. It's certain people that you look at them, and you don't want to judge people. You really don't want to, but you just look at them, and it's just like you just give. I don't take showers. I don't bathe.
Yeah, it's not a priority in her life.
Oh, we know.
Would you trust Robyn giving you a canned good?
I wouldn't trust Robyn to say hello to me. No.
A canned good.
That was a question. Would you take a canned good from Robyn? Like if you were hungry and she offered you a can of green beans, whipped it.
No.
No.
It's probably
Is it
expired anyway.
sealed?
It's probably expired, Alex. Don't do it.
She did not refrigerate it.
The can is probably rusted. It's probably been in her car since 2005. Don't do it.
It might be best to stay hungry rather than end up with ptomaine. That's food poisoning. Ptomaine.
Just make a wish sandwich.
I wish I had something, but I won't take it from Rob.
I have a question for Charisse too. Why are you here, my dear? You have no friends, nothing to tell, nothing to show. Just brings a
No,
brings a
that's
broad
why
ass
Sharice is
over.
there. Sharice is a cautionary tale for what happens when you get older and don't have anybody.
Um,
Sharice is running around trying to go to funerals looking for friends.
ah,
I have a question for Sharice as well, also known as Chauncey. How long would you say your shifts are down to the Waffle House? And are you going to be nominated for Best Waffle Worker of the Year in 2024 and 2025?
Mm. I thought she won Best Waffle House Worker of the Year last year. She nominated again?
Yeah.
No, Olivia won Waffle House Worker of the Year last year.
Oh.
Sierra got runner up.
Okay.
So I heard she nominated. You think you gonna win, Chauncey?
I'll vote for her.
You know, I vote for the little greasy heifer. Every time we see her, she just look greasy.
Now, who's
Yes.
greasier, her or Heavenly Kimes?
Mm.
Chauncey, because at least she don't gotta walk from Bethesda to get everywhere.
So with with Sharice, I know. Shout out to the Brooke Ashley. I know she said she met Sharice at that Summer House premiere, and
Hmm.
Sharice looked good in person, but on camera, Sharice always looked like somebody who worked a double shift. And she told her
Girl,
friends that she was gonna
I
meet them.
saw Sharice at BravoCon.
She was at BravoCon.
Yeah, I was
For what?
there, and when I
For
saw her, I
what?
turned around and walked away.
Was she
For
invited?
what?
Was she a guest? Was she? No, she paid for her
She
little.
paid her way in.
She
Yeah.
paid. She
Did
paid
she
like
look like she walked to BravoCon?
from the.
She was on stage. She looked disheveled.
So
Like she took the bus there, right? Like she caught the Greyhound.
she did not take the bus. She walked.
I know I flew first class. That's all I know. I
That
don't
is.
know how other people got there.
Sharice looks like someone who worked a double shift, but promised her friends she would meet them for happy hour, and she always keeps a change of clothes in her trunk, and she changes in the bathroom at the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
But keeps on the same day old wig.
Yes,
Oh my God, those wigs are awful. I just want to
like
say
she
this.
keeps
Spent
a
all that
bob up in
money on a
front.
house. I mean, that's why her husband left her, because she spent all that money on a house, but you walk out of it looking like that.
For $1 a day, you too can buy Sharice a new wig made from human hair
Cherie should have got some wigs from Karen.
that's properly plucked. Child, she needs something. She look a mess.
Well, we'll get to hear her internal thoughts in her podcast, The Champagne Room.
Oh Lord, they just give anybody a podcast these days.
But isn't it funny that outside of this show, like none of these
I feel
women,
like Alex and Chris inspired the people.
Don't you blame them for that.
You've given them a dream,
What dream?
goals to aspire to.
I would look. No, we haven't.
You're not about to blame them for that.
Yeah, like because
That is
our show is with talented people.
mm-hmm. Talent.
Our show is actually good.
It is.
yeah, that podcast recently, Dikey, it's not cute. It's very foolish, and they don't have good news. I have a question for Ashley too. Ashley, how is your 10 dwelling mom going to afford her mortgage now that Michael's potentially gone? Like, who's paying for the mortgage of the house? Because she put her mom in a shelter too, which it looks like a shelter, but it's a house.
No,
So,
her
No,
mom put herself in a
no,
shelter.
no.
no,
A
She
no,
better,
lived
no.
under that bridge voluntary.
yeah,
Exactly. Because
a
here's
better.
the thing: Michael was willing to pay for the mama, but the mama is with a man that refuses to work, and
Mm-hmm.
so Michael's like, "Well, look, just because
He's
you
allergic
choose
to
to have
working.
a pill,
Okay, a better question for Ashley, also known as football head, also known as Pennywise. What is Sheila and her
Darby
wigs
Pennywise.
going to do? What are Sheila and her wigs going to do now that you are possibly out of Bravo? Because we know those Bravo checks were supporting Sheila's lifestyle in them awful wigs. What is she going to do now without
I
those
know what
checks?
Sheila's gonna do. Sheila's gonna do what she always does: take her resourceful ass to Maryland Tinton Awning and get herself a new address."
Okay, it's plenty of bridges to pick from.
Exactly. Well, I don't know. They down one now.
Oh,
Oh,
Was she? Yeah, it's heartbreaking.
it is.
It is heartbreaking, but I was able to make a joke because thank goodness we only lost 6 people, because when we all saw that accident, we thought the number was going to be way higher.
way
Yes,
Yeah,
higher.
yes.
different
And
time
then
they
we
would
also
have
were
been.
like, is this some type of attack? Is it this? And it was like we were also relieved. Oh, it was just a terrible accident and they were actually
Mm.
able to save a lot of lives.
Ooh, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad they were. Question for Ashley. Do you have to rub that man's feet every night since the
He
lawsuit was
is
dismissed.
paying the mortgage. In this economy, I can't say it, but
Yeah,
in
but
this economy, in this economy, and hold on, when did she get that house? So she got that joker at probably 6-7% interest. Oh yeah, I'd be rubbing them feet too, like it was my job. Like
but
it was
did
my
she?
job.
But does she have to rub feet because he couldn't get that money
I
up out
would
of
rub
Candace?
whatever needed or wanted to be rubbed. In this economy, at that interest, that mortgage is a good $10,000 a month if it's a penny. The level of shutting up and cheating in peace.
I
I'd be
genuinely don't.
setting him up with new women. Every night he'd have new puss. Every night.
Ashley's the worst sugar baby ever in history.
Oh my God, awful! Just
I
Ashley
don't
awful.
is
know.
a mark
I don't
and
know
a
any sugar baby
moron.
that has a mortgage. How do you get a man? How do you finesse a man into buying a house for you and you have two of his children and he has the money to buy it cash and you still have a mortgage that has to be paid every month?
That makes no
He's the
sense.
worst sugar baby
Mm.
ever.
It's women out here who is messing with married
Oh,
men
no,
and
no,
they
no, no.
lived
Wait,
on the.
wait. Stop. Hold on.
Uh,
As a real estate agent, I can explain that to you. Here's why very rich people still have mortgages. So let's say you have $5 million, just cash, just lying about. You could go and purchase a home for that, and boom, you're done. Or you could take maybe $1 million, put it as a down payment, take the other 4 million, invest it in a high yield index fund, and that money pays the mortgage. But guess what happens when the mortgage is paid from the interest of that money? You still have that $4 million lump sum.
Mm.
So that's why they have, like, when you're dealing with large amounts of money like that, that can be invested in other things. Hell yeah. I'm going to take a mortgage because the interest that I'm making from that money, the dividends that I'm making from the stocks that I purchased with that money, they pay in that little mortgage and I still have the lion's share.
oh, so I
So
have.
that's why, and also it's a way to control people. Let's not put that out there. Let's not forget
Mm.
that. But that's
Well,
the
that's true.
bigger reason why, like, I had clients in New York that would buy, a multi-million-dollar home and they had that kind of cash in the bank, but they're like, no, I want to use that money to make more money.
Mm. So the question is, do you think the house we saw this season is Pennywise's actual house? Because that looked like Airbnb to me.
It may not be her house, but here is why. Would you want to show your house?
Oh no, I wouldn't show none of these heifers.
Especially the house where your children live. And these are high net worth children because they have two wealthy parents.
Mm.
So it may very well be an Airbnb. Like the Kardashian famously shot, like the first couple years of their show, like from seasons 3 to seasons 8, they just bought a house and filmed in it so that way they could have like privacy and safety. So yeah, like I would say what do you on Housewives of Salt Lake City, the house Lisa films in, that's not her house and it's obviously not her house, but they want to keep their privacy and I can understand that. Like I film in my house, but like I live in a tiny apartment in San Francisco, like there's nothing to steal. But if I had shit to steal, either I would have a studio in my house but you wouldn't see the rest of it, or I would film off location.
Yeah,
Understood.
that very much understood. Okay, got to keep privacy. You don't know these people. Question for Ashley: how do you claim these? What's the word I'm looking for? Too feisty. Talk about her mommy and me group friends.
Oh,
But
the
I
the funny
refuse.
looking ones.
I
Oh,
don't.
Falcon Brows.
I would have called them unconventionally attractive, but funny looking is a good thing. How do you claim to be such good girlfriends, such good Judies with your mommy and me friends, and you allow them to come out the house looking the way they look? So y'all just stick
Because
the
Ashley doesn't want friends that are more attractive than her.
Pretty than her.
Now, I like having friends that are more attractive than me because
same.
I enjoy the spillover. I ain't stupid. I am not stupid. I enjoy, only one of you is going to get them, but four of you are going to try. That means three of you will talk to me. And
Yeah.
since all four of you thought you were attractive enough to talk to him, then that means I'm dealing with three attractive men by default.
Now, I pose this question to Alex. Did you see the photos from the reunion where they made Ashley scoot on down?
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
Oh,
Oh,
you
can I explain it? Can I explain it? So you know how
explained it.
typically the friend of usually takes the end of whatever side they sit on. When Kiana came out, the
Yeah,
placement
Ashley got
was
scooted over.
Mia, Candace, Wendy, and then Ashley. And then Kiana came and sat in between Candace and Wendy, and Ashley was like hanging on for dear life at the end of that couch.
Oh, because it's been time for Ashley to go.
Oh, I I know this might sound mean
Oh,
to some
wait,
people.
hold on 1 second. Bio missed. I've been trying to bring you in for a minute. It says your devices are not connected. You got to connect your microphone or your camera so you can come in. Okay, now go on.
Um, I've been waiting for Pennywise to make her exit, and I will be throwing a party when it is announced that she is. I was sad when I got the news that my good cousin Candace was, leaving on her own, and I'm still in mourning. But I felt just a little bit better when it was announced that Richard Nixon was fired. It
I
just
think
did something for
everybody
me.
was excited. The only people who were upset were the LaRobins.
The who?
The
The
what?
LaRobins.
What is a La Robin?
It's those 10 people on social media that aggravate everybody defending Robyn.
Ain't
Um,
nobody defending Robin.
It's like 10 of
Juan
them.
does not defend Robyn.
Juan don't like Robin.
No,
That's it.
exactly. Her own husband doesn't defend her. Couldn't you imagine having a whole ass husband you married twice?
Been knowing since
You
you were
married
10.
him
Can I
twice.
hide from your friends?
I mean, talk about don't make the same mistake twice.
Wait,
Twice.
this is how I knew he didn't like her. When he was talking about Karen Jr., that's Coach Bree to the folks that don't know.
Mhm.
And she said, and she looked like me. And he gave her a look that said, don't do that. No, no she don't.
It was when he got on the phone with her and he was calling her babe and he was fine. I have
Yes!
never seen Juan so happy ever since they've been on this show. He was on that phone with Coach Bree just so gleeful. Like,
He was. And I'm
I
just
want
saying it.
Juan to go out there and get with his forever because Robyn is clearly not it.
Not just forever.
Wait, we've had this conversation before too, Feisty, but it was about another couple and the
Mhm.
other person. Juan, if you can hear me, don't let your wife stand in the way of your happiness. If Coach
Woo!
Bree who you want, go for her. Because
Well,
maybe
funny enough,
order
you mentioned that because Alex has been saying since forever and a day that Cecil and Simone, that's what we were talking about. Cecil and Simone let them bully them into staying together. And
Sure
truthfully,
yes,
did. Sure
Cecil is
did.
happier with him. Oh, can we go there? Can we go there? I'm sorry. I
Oh,
know it's
I
off
thought it was the
topic.
first class ticket.
Alex,
don't.
have you ever
Whew,
seen Tammy? Have you ever seen what Tammy looks like?
No.
Justice for Tammy. They always made it
uh-huh.
seem like that lady was unattractive and she was
Mm-hmm.
masculine looking. Tammy is a full figured, a dark woman with a better smile than Simone. I wholeheartedly believe
skin.
Cecil was there wearing Tammy TF out. Okay, I'm
Mm.
telling you, he was breaking Tammy's back end after seeing what that woman looks like. That is his forever, and he let this cast of people being happy. Cecil always looks down and depressed. That man was in that
So
interview with
sad.
Carlos King saying how he still missing. Oh, they absolutely were
Cecil
having
looks
sex.
like he misses the one that got away.
Tammy is the one that got away. And I say,
And it's Tammy.
yes. Listen, see, so even though me and you had a little back and forth on Twitter and your big mouth wife blocked me, I just want to tell you, don't let your wife stand in the way of your happiness. If Tammy is who you want, you better go get her. You better go get her.
Okay. It is 10:30 and I have got to get to bed so I can get y'all some videos tomorrow. So, signing off, everybody round robin, last disrespectful question.
Mm. Oh, okay. Question for Gizzard. How are you going to handle the fact that you ain't got nobody and them twins don't like you and your little piece on the side has had multiple women pregnant and was running around with a Caucasian all summer? How does that make you feel? And a quick follow-up, Cal, do you know that you do hair for magazines and not hair for people to walk around with on a day-to-day basis, that your styles only work for magazine covers?
Ooh.
Oh,
Because I didn't see
um,
the Insta.
Question for Ashley and for Robyn. Now that hopefully Ashley will be gone and Robyn is gone, can we finally see Michael and Juan live their happiness together?
Ooh, not Michael and Juan.
Yes,
That's a storyline I would like to see.
me too. They would make they would make a handsome couple.
Some
Mm,
honesty.
and
Handsome couple.
mm.
can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Mhm.
Actually, I have a question for everyone, and right now, who is the biggest liar, Rob or Gizzard? Personally, I say Rob because she lies constantly to herself that her roommate loves her.
Ah!
So I feel like
Mm.
even though Gizzard is delusional, I feel like Rob constantly, like, purposely lies to herself, and that's the biggest lie you can ever tell.
Oh, my grandfather would always say, self-deceit is the greatest sin of any man.
But
Because you can't tell
I have
them
an answer.
people nothing.
I also have an answer too.
Okay.
My answer is Cal. He keeps telling her hair looks good.
Do you think you can wear a leash
No one
when
lies more
you're
than him.
or
Nobody.
hair?
My answer would be Satan's mistress, also known as Gizzard, because she believes that she is big fine, and that all the men want her. She and her twin sister Deborah are on the same wavelength. All the men want me, and I've been fine since I don't know when, but really your time was the 1980s. Please go back there.
Ooh.
Now,
That's when he
I believe
She really
she's
is singing,
pretty.
I don't want to be alone tonight. Oh, pretty baby, I don't want another useless night. I don't want to be alone tonight. That's Giselle. And it's like, I'm sorry, but you like you're not still here. Tisha Arnold, she lived your life.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Tisha Arnold lived your whole life.
Tisha Arnold is like if Gizzard was
Tisha
nice
Campbell.
and like.
I'm sorry, Tisha Campbell. I'm
Oh
sorry.
yes,
Tisha
yes, my
Campbell.
bad.
Tisha
Yeah.
Campbell.
I think we saw the picture.
The truth is they really should have the same last name because they are sisters.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not blood sisters, but they're sisters to us.
Soul sisters.
Yes.
It's like, I'm
But-
sorry, y'all have been performing together since Little Shop of Horrors. You're sisters.
Like, yeah, no. But Gizzard is pretty. I would even say attractive, but she's evil, so that ages and like makes her like I would cross the road if I saw her in real life. I feel.
It's all in her
As
neck.
someone who's met her and filmed with her,
Mhm.
she's what's the word?
Hard to look at.
No, she's pretty. I you know what I will say? Kenya is prettier. Like, I've met them
Mhm.
both. Kenya is like Kenya. There's that. You know what it is? Kenya has charisma. Giselle doesn't have it. Karen
Yes.
had charisma, but when I met Kenya, I was set back on my heels. I was like, oh, I had to nod and I had to say, okay, all right,
Mhm.
I understand why you are Miss USA. I get it. You are a true beauty queen, a true natural beauty.
And you know, you can tell because Kenya just wore jeans. And
Yes.
I remember that meet and greet. And she
Yeah,
looked
Kenya wore
better
jeans
than
and a
all the
sparkly
seasons
gray
Giselle
sweater.
has worn or since she's been alive. Just one jean beat your whole wardrobe, and that's crazy to me. But
Giselle could never be a Miss America. She could never be Vanessa Williams. She's a fool.
But that's who she claimed to be.
Oh, she's the furthest
again,
thing.
delusional. She truly believes it, but she's just not on the same plane of reality. That's why.
Well, on that note, I want to thank everybody so much for coming on and joining me, and I will see y'all soon for
Thank you, Alex.
Disrespectful Questions. Part 2.
Yes.